Today we're joined by Ronnie Koldashi from 7 Media, who has recently entered the property market. Ronnie, pleased to meet you.
Nice to see you too, Karl.
So how did you transfer from the media side into the property market?
I think, well, obviously I started off with Savoy's, and obviously I still am with Savoy's, and started doing videos for them, and then I think every day going to site with Malkit and Sanj. I had money saved up previously because before I started videography, I was reselling shoes and whatnot, so I had put a cash saved up, and I always would ask Sanj, I'd say, oh, when can I get a deal? When can I get a deal? How can I get in with this much money? And then I think one day we was in Selfridges at the Brasserie of Light, and Sanj goes, "Do you want this deal?" I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "You might as well buy it." So.
And this was what changed it. I think with Savoy's is they moved from south up to north, which made it easily accessible to get onto the ladder with a smaller deposit.
Yeah, so previously I would have probably needed about like 120, 150 grand cash. I had 60 grand, and yeah, so with the North product, it was quite interesting that the time it came in, and when it was offered to me, because I was like, okay, this is perfect because I can essentially
I think what you should do is tell the audience the actual figures on your deal. So
we purchased the property for 296. The refurb cost was 60 grand, and the refinance was 490,000. So and it actually came in more because I think the initial valuation was 475, and then you called me and said, "Oh, well, they've increased it." So
yeah.
It's quite cool.
But that was because we made them aware of some of the legal side, and that increased the value. So when you remortgaged, you got all your money back out, and then what did you do?
And then I went on to the next project. So So my business partner now, Darwood, gone to collaboration together on 7 Media. He had a pot of cash saved up. I had a pot of cash saved up, and we kind of just put 60-60. But
this time you decided to buy down south.
Yeah, I decided to buy down south. I think, to be fair, I didn't really mind. I was kind of either or. Hardeep had a deal of there available, so I thought,
So really, you got the best of both worlds. You've got the cash flow up north, and you've got the appreciation on the one down south.
Yeah, essentially. Personally, though, I do think there will be quite a bit of appreciation up north. Just from looking at or doing my own research, I think Sunderland's undergoing the biggest regeneration in the UK's history.
Yeah.
I think that they're pumping like £4 billion into Sunderland in various different projects. So I think over the next 10 years there'll be a massive rise in Sunderland. And then Newcastle as well. I think there was like over the last 10 years, the average house price has increased 45%. So I think yield, one, obviously return on rent is quite good. And then the kind of the prospect for the future of that area is quite nice if you're willing to invest there. So
would you recommend people trying to get onto the ladder?
Yeah. I think what most people don't or I think what most people forget is if you're making good money in whatever you're doing, maybe it's videography, you do e-commerce, maybe you're a private banker, you have to have a 5-10 year plan or have some sort of plan where if something happened and you can't work anymore, you can't make money anymore from what you're currently doing, there's
additional money.
There's something that can sustain you.
Also, which is something to point out, that obviously you've done it through Savoy's, and you've done it also through the Game Changer product, which helps. Again, you don't need as much money because of the assistance they give you.
Yeah, so with the one we're doing right now in Reading, essentially 120 grand cash, but Savoy's fund the build first. Yeah. So I don't need that.
But just to clarify, you own the property, no one else.
Yeah, so I own the property, no one else, and the way it's structured is so Savoy's will fund it first, and then I'll get the drawdown from the lender and then pay Savoy's, so I don't have to have additional capital to.
So last question.
Forward.
When this one's finished, are you going to do another one?
Hopefully, yeah.
That's good. Right, so thank Ronnie for joining us today. So watch out for the podcasts on all our social media outlets.